Oh, it is working. So it is able to send out spammy love letters through Gmail every few seconds. Let's see how we can make this. Hey, so you're here to spam someone?
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
So let's open up a PyCharm or any of the IDE that you require and start typing. So you're opening up a main.py file. The first step is to import the libraries that we want. In our case, we want to be using an SMTP lib. So this is basically a library that allows us to communicate through emails through the certification of SMTP. Next, you want SSL. This is also used for email communications. Once you have both of these libraries, let's define the function that's going to send these emails out. So we'll call it as send email, and whatever message that you provide, it'll be able to send it over. So we just say message. Perfect. Now let's start defining the server that you would be needing. So SMTP server. And this is the server from Gmail. So you will be using Gmail's server, which is defined by smtp.gmail.com. And that is Gmail's server. Once you have that, then you define the port that Gmail uses for SMTP communication. And for Gmail's purpose, it is 587. Once you have defined the port and the SMTP server, the next step would be to identify the email addresses. So the first case would be the email that you want to be using. In our case, we have sender email equal to whatever email you want to use, the sender's email. And then you have the password, whatever password you want to use. So in our case, we'll say password is tfghakl, so blah, blah, blah. Then we have the recovery email or the receiver email. The receiver email is the one who's receiving the email, and whoever you want to be spamming in this case, the receiver email, and that's it. Once you have this, then you're defining the SSL communication, and we're saying that it is context equal to SSL create default context. And this is just defining the server. Once you have everything done, once the whole server, you're defining the Python application that this is the server, this is the email that I'm going to be using, this is the password authentication. Now let's start communicating. For that purpose, let's start with try and accept command. We'll say try server equal to smtplib.smtp, and you're defining our server now. Okay, my server I already defined up in that case. We say SMTP server, and I'm going to be using the port 587 that I had defined earlier. This is all taken care, and now you're defining that, okay, my server is ready. Now let's start communicating. So in that, the next step you want to do is server.ehlo. Now this is the command that allows us to use Gmail to transfer our messages. Then you start initializing the TTLS. These are all just communication protocols, nothing to worry about it at this point. So as it is, we're just defining that TTLS is going to be a context that we defined earlier from our SSL communication. Once we have this, the next step would be, again, server ehlo, please be ready to send our message. Perfect. Once you have everything defined, now you tell Gmail to go ahead and please allow this application to log into your server. And for that purpose, we say server login, please use the sender email that I have and the password for that sender email. And you're going to be using that to send email. Wait a second, did you subscribe to the channel? It's okay. And send email would be sent using server.sendMail. Just mail, not email. Just make sure you're doing that. Then you're going to be using sender email, receiver email, and the message that you want to send. This message right here. You're going to be now able to send this message through Gmail. Once that is done, then you come down, create an exception if in case this does not work out, then what to be done. As e exception or exception e, print the error for us, please. Let me know what it is. Then finally close the server. So you do that by doing server quit. So this whole section here is the function that's going to be sending this message to whatever email address that you have. Once taken care, now you can then call this function, send email message. In our case, we can say, hi, Misbah, or whatever text you want to do. In my case, what I did was I have this spammer.py file. This is an AI written love letter, which was covered in one of my old videos. I'll put the link somewhere here for you. So this AI has generated this love letter, and I've basically copied and pasted here. And I'm saying this text is holding all this text from that AI and coming down to main, and I will call this text. In your case, whatever you want to put down here. It could be a text, it could be certain messages or emails or text, whatever you want to put down. Come down here, just import spammer, the file that we had created here, and then now you want to define instead of sending hi Misbah, or we're going to say this text or txt, and this text we will define by txt equal to spammer dot text. So it will copy that text that we pasted here in the spammer.py file, and it will take that text and then call the send email function and then send the message out through Gmail. Now this is a one-time operation. If you just press play, it will send out one email with one text. Now if you want to do the same thing for multiple emails, you just create a time function, a sleep function, and then keep calling the send email function as many times as you want, and it'll take care of sending it out on an automated basis. You want to make sure you're giving some delay, maybe 5-10 minutes, so that Gmail or the other emails don't flag it as a spam. Then you're good with that. Again, this is for educational purposes. Don't disturb or don't cause trouble with this. With that, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.